Welcome to Wednesday, leg day, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video on my YouTube channel. This video I'm gonna bring to you today just through a typical morning in my everyday. When I get up, I prep for the gym, kind of what I eat in the morning before my workout, what my workout looks like, which this Wednesday happens to be legs. As you're seeing here, number one thing for sure for me is I got to get that coffee. Just a full staple of mine. Gets the mind working, gets the bowels working. Able to start off with a good day. So here you can see me get my coffee ready. Have a little bit of that. I think I give a little sign here that it's A-OK. And I like to have definitely some food before I eat, so I'm gonna have a banana. Usually I have two. Today I just had the one though. A bagel, some cream cheese. Have that with my coffee in the morning, and then I do like to get a little bit more carbs in my system before I work out in the morning. So I have a 50 grams of carbs in my pre-workout. Mix pre-workout with my carbs, and I'll take my creatine at the same time. I just throw it all together, get it down quick, and then I can wait a half an hour, move on, and get ready to work. Unfortunately, in this mix here, didn't realize, but the top of the shaker cup where you put it in your mouth was all cracked and leaked everywhere. I'm pretty sure I edited that out, but there was a bit of cleanup to do after that. Trying to be super quiet. That's why this is dubbed. I got twins that are just over a year old, twin identical girls, 6-year-old son, and my wife is here as well, and they're all sleeping at this point in time. So it's my big job to be quiet in the morning as best as I can. And a lot of this stuff is going to be how I kind of fit everything together. Having 3 kids, 3 young kids, wife, working a full 9-to-5 job, and still trying to fit the gains in. I was fairly competitive in bodybuilding and such for classic physique roughly 5 years ago, and then I had my son 6, so wanted to spend the time with him, and then we really tried hard for another child and went through some trouble there, which I might be able to talk about on another video. But then we were graced from the cosmos with our identical girls, so it was a lot. So now that everybody's good and healthy and safe, it's time for me to go back on my journey. So very dark outside, being probably 4:45 around this time, 4:50. Like to get to the gym around 5:15 latest. My truck looks super dirty. I need to really wash that out. I still got my golf clubs in the back, over top of the 3 car seats. Need to clear that out. But got my cup with some water. I'm ready to hit the road to the gym. I am a huge fan of driving, just in general, but driving at night, there's something to be said about that. Especially in the country, you can see here, it's just farmer fields where I live. I'm about 15 minutes outside of even a small town, so I even got to swerve for that little raccoon there. Unfortunate for him, he didn't see what was coming there for that poor guy, but it's very nice and calm out here, very quiet. Crazy story. I was about here in the wintertime, and a moose popped out, big as my vehicle. And it scared the crap right out of me. I think I had to go back home because I shit my pants, but very scary stuff. And I love this 80s kind of synth vibe music. I just love cruising to that. I think I was born kind of in the wrong era. I think it would have been awesome to be like my age now in the 80s, or maybe like 20s to 30s. Would have loved that. Very cool. So we're just pulling into the gym here. Right now I'm working out at Functional Performance Fitness in Smith Falls, Ontario, at the Settlers Ridge Mall, once known as the County Fair Mall, for the old locals of Smith Falls. I love and hate going to the gym by myself. I do love the camaraderie of working out around people, and I love that kind of push from seeing other intensities and such, but there is something to be said about working out in the gym just by yourself. Kind of feels like it's your own gym. And so I'm not opposed or preferred to either or. Both have benefits and cons, I think. I do seem a little bit more focused when I have that little bit of push, but that is what it is. So this is kind of how I organize all my workouts. In my binder I have separate binders, or sub binders if you will. Like chest and shoulders 1, 2, back 1 and 2, legs 1 and 2. I try to do 2 workouts of the push-pull legs per week, so 6 days a week, 1 day off. And some of the exercises are different, some are the same, but I do try to get a minimum of 20 sets in per muscle group per working week. If anybody's a big fan of Mike Israetel, which I am, I think there's some great definitive science-based research on muscle growth and the amount of sets per week and such. That's great stuff. I can't hype him up anymore. So if you really want to know a lot about maximizing your muscle gains and all that stuff, Mike Israetel is a great avenue. There's many, but I think he's probably one of my preferred. So I like to take it out, stick it on there so I know what I'm going for. A lot of the time too, I'll take the previous weeks out and put it there so I compare and really work on progressive overload, getting a little bit 1 or 2 more reps here and there, or obviously like a 5 to 10 pound if I can. 10 is a lot, 5 would be great. I am quite stiff in the morning. I'm not a young buck anymore. I'm 39 years old, so I do like to get moving a little bit in the morning before I get the workout going. Just kind of, freshen up those hips and stretch out the legs, stretch out the back. Not as spry and as limber as I used to be, so got to make sure I do all those. I just try to open up as much as I can, stretch as much as I can, and not go too crazy. That's also played big time into my workouts and kind of how I am addressing those as well. Not really big ego lifting anymore, very time under tension focused, which you'll see in the exercises coming up. Massive focus on the negatives, pausing. Those things are super key for me right now. Obviously injury prevention, but I've actually been getting the most maximum amount of effort and results out of my workouts from those changes. I guess it's one of those things you can say, if I would have known when I was younger, I probably could have done a lot more. But I think everybody's been in the boat where it's like, oh yeah, let's bench that 300 plus, let's squat that 500-600 pounds, let's pull that 500-600 pound deadlift. I shouldn't say all of us have been there, but for me, I was there and it was fun for sure. There's nothing like squatting 600 pounds and having a guy on each side of it because it's so heavy, they want to be safe, or pulling 600 pounds, benching 350, it's a feeling for sure. But again, I'm not 20 some years old anymore, and I need to make sure that the longevity is what I'm focused on. So I'm just going to finish up the stretching here, and we'll get into the leg day. So we're going to be starting off with some machine squats here. I'm only going to show the first set and kind of how I'm hitting those. So number one, I don't like to work legs with any shoes on. I prefer barefoot or sock foot. Just find I get better connection, mind muscle connection, and I feel more grounded. Even for the past year and a half, I've been kind of wearing the zero shoes with the very kind of barefoot feel, and it's been great. So these squats here, you can see my depth isn't great right now. I'm still working at improving that from being off, but I'm really focusing in on like coming down slow, having a pause, exploding up, and doing that for every rep, so I can really maximize the amount of weight that I'm using. I'm not going to be throwing weight around just willy-nilly. I want it to all serve a purpose. So you can see here, my head's up, chest is open as much as possible with the machine. Really utilizing the machine to its full purpose, and allowing it to let me do the work that I need to do on this. So for that I do 4 sets, and then I move over to extensions. Weight goes up every time, and the reps go down obviously, but I always stay within that try to stay within that 8 to 12 rep range. So the leg curl machine here, again, really kind of explosive in the positive. With the negative, we're really controlling it. A little pause there for the stretch. Really want to really pull those fibers on the stretch and really explode in the positive. Again, just trying to open up, really focus on the breathing and focus on the action that I'm taking with each exercise. And again, 4 sets for this leg curl. I believe on this, actually, my first 3 I went up in weight, and my 4th set was the similar or same weight as my 3rd set, and the same amount of reps. So a big focus for me on this one is going to be able to increase the amount of reps, or 5 pounds in weight, for the next time I do this exercise for the next week, for the last set. So we're going to jump off here, and I believe we're going to go over to leg extension. And there's something just about leg extension. I do love leg extension. I love the burn on the leg extension. I love how your legs look when you're doing the leg extension. And I feel like you can really push a lot of weight in that leg extension. So again, I'm really tightening myself up so I can maximize the motion of the machine. Again, exploding on the positive, really focusing on the negative, and holding at the top for at least a quick second. I don't want to go up and just straight come back. So you can see there's a little bit of a pause there. I feel the workout that you're seeing today is very boring, but very strict on like what the purpose is for. So really trying to maximize the hypertrophy and really trying to focus on the stretch and contraction. Very repetitive, but very results driven. So we're going to do a couple more of these, push through. We'll be on to our next exercise. So we're going to hit the seated calf raise machine. I'm not a huge fan of the standing calf raise machine. I find I can't really get a great contraction in it. I prefer, if I'm going to do standing calf raises, I kind of do them in the Smith machine, or just free bar. I do also like on a piece of wood with maybe even holding a 45 in each hand. That way I can kind of focus on the core too with my stability, as well as working the calves. But the same typical thing here. We're going to focus on the stretch, contraction, the negative, exploding on the positive, small hold at the top. Very similar to what you've seen through all the exercises. A little sweaty at this point, so you can see I'm feeling it. Been working out in longer sleeves right now till I can get a little bit more muscle back, and then I might be able to take those pump covers off a little bit. So with legs too, I do like to hit rear delts. So I find it's kind of too much to put in my push day, the chest, tris, and all of the shoulders. So I kind of put rear delts just separately with another day. Usually it's on back because, well, rear delts are more part of back. And I feel like you kind of get a little bit of hitting them while you're hitting back. But this will be 6 weeks that I'll do this program for, and then I'll switch it up. So like next 6 weeks, after maybe a week of deload, maybe I'll put rear delts on with back. But right now they're on with legs. Like to switch it up, keep things moving, keep the body guessing a little bit. And again, this exercise controlled and focused the same way as all the exercises. Moving into the last exercise for the morning, I like to do the cable crossovers for rear delts. It's probably my favorite rear delt exercise. I didn't even really utilize it before, and then I seen Jay Cutler doing it, and I really loved it. I feel like the connection's great. I can feel it good. So if you can feel it, and it's working, right? So, and then the same thing with these. Same focus, very, very similar to all the exercises. And I do like doing the workouts in the morning because I can respect people's boundaries. I don't have to worry about, getting them in video or anything. And really, I'm the one that's the issue at this point. Like, everybody's there to get their job done, and I don't want them to have to be worried about a camera stuck in their face. So it's kind of nice. I can respect everybody being there early in the morning. And that's the workout. So now I'm headed home, help get the kids ready, and off to work. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.